Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully I have more than 30 seconds or 3 minutes to do my presentation. They speak about an elevator pitch. So when you get in an elevator with the MD or the CEO and you have to tell your story, you only have 30 minutes or 30 seconds to the third level or the second level, and maybe 3 minutes to the sixth level. And you have to tell your story very quickly. So you all completed your doctorates and you obtained your academic matric now, so to speak, and you're all starting off with academic careers. And I thought, what should I speak about? And I thought maybe I should go and have a look at my friend Google and see what I can tell you about success stories about people's research careers, and where else do we go and look than Nobel laureates. And when you look at Nobel laureates, there are a number of common themes that emerge from their stories. And the first common theme that emerges from their stories is goals. Nobel laureates had clear goals. And goals in the world of academics are very important. They need to be meaningful, they need to be long-term, and they may be multifaceted. You know, if you complete one part of the goal, then to move seamlessly to the following part of the goal. But there are also a number of commonalities between these goals. And the first thing is that academic goals are for the long haul. If you look at the laureates, some of them worked probably more than 10 years, 15 years, and some of them even up to 30 years on one common goal. The person who received the Nobel Prize for, what is it, the Higgs particle, I'm not a physicist, the Gert particle as some people refer to it, that theory was formulated 30 years prior to him achieving the Nobel Prize for that research work. So really, that is the first principle. Have a long-term objective on what you want to achieve. And then goals defy age. That is the second principle. So you can achieve it over a very long time. Now look at myself. The laureate for literature, for instance, Alice Munro, is a revered 85-year-old master of the short story. So he was 85 when he obtained the Nobel Prize for his work. And then the third principle about goals is that grit matters. In Afrikaans we talk about vastheid. You have to be able to put your teeth in it and stick with it over a long time. And it's not related to IQ, talent, or social skills. It's probably more related to having grit. So that's all about goals. So let's look at what the Nobel laureates have in common. First thing that Google tells me, they are willing to fail. How do you say it? They know part of their learning cycle is to be able to fail and to accept failure and to learn from failure. This is the very important principle that comes out in discussions with the Nobel laureates. The second principle is that they have tremendous appreciation for their family, for their wife, their children, their parents, their uncles, their aunts, the people who supported them in achieving what they achieved. And what is important, they had a role model to to whom they could look up to and who inspired them over their long career. And then the third principle, which I obviously like because this is my hobby horse and field of interest, is they were all very work engaged. They were involved, engrossed in what they were doing and they loved doing it. They had a passion for what they were doing. And the fourth point is they appreciated their colleagues and they loved collaboration. Working together, working in teams, doing things together, and some of them even had informal competition between them as members of the team. But in the end, they love working together with other people. And then some other principle that they identified is that they want to see more women in science. And when I look around, I am happy to say that is exactly what I see in this room. There are more women doing science. So in the past, most Nobel laureates were men, and very, very few were women. So by increasing the number of women in science, it would obviously increase potential Nobel laureates in future. And then the last point, and I wondered about this one, that the laureates have in common. They all play a musical instrument. And that is interesting. It made me wonder, why a musical instrument? Is it to say that they have the ability to master something, that they have the tenacity to do that, to master a particular skill? Or is it about some conceptual or cognitive ability to master that? Is it about that? Or is it about doing things that they love and enjoy, the combination of both? So here you have 6 points on what Nobel laureates have in common, and maybe you can take some hints from them. So I wish you all the best with your future academic careers. Thank you.
The University of Johannesburg. Rethink, reinvent.